And then Percy finds out a way to, like, defeat her.
Yeah, by fighting her with his iPod Touch. Oh, good God, boy. You do know that that's not going to kill anybody, right? I mean, I'd like to see one person who thought it was a good idea to go up against people with a freaking iPod Touch.
Alright, men, if we're gonna infiltrate this enemy base, we're gonna need some effective weaponry. Colonel Masculine, what do you got?
I got the manly gun.
Awesome. Commander Homo, what do you got?
I got my Stinger P311.
Good. Captain Nersey, what do you got?
I got my iPod Touch.
How they gonna kill people, boy?
Well, you see, I just recently bought this cool gun app for my iPod. Look, I got an AK-47 on. I don't think that's gonna work, Sunshine.
So basically, after that, Percy chops off Medusa's head. They wrap it in a bag, or Grover's sweatshirt, and then they find the Persephone's pearl, which we forgot to mention earlier. They find a Persephone's pearl on Medusa's bracelet, and then they head off to Tennessee.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so basically in Tennessee, which is where the replica of the Parthenon is, they enter and find the second Persephone's pearl on the statue of Athena.
But they can't. But seeing how like the statue of Athena is like so tall, they have to find a way to get it. And their best idea: hide in the bathrooms and wait for the Parthenon to close, so that they can fly up there, get the pearl, and get the heck out of there. But
so,
it's not that easy.
Yeah. So once Percy flies up with the shoes that Luke gave him, gets the pearl and flies down.
But the janitors come in and they merge together and they form the Hydra. When was that in the book? I don't remember.
Well, anyways, Percy gets cocky and decides to chop all the heads off the Hydra.
Idiot! Because it turns out that when you chop one head off, 2 more grow back. So he chopped them all off and there were 5 heads. Now the thing's got 10 heads!
And 2 of them breathe fire.
Oh,
not to mention.
Goodness!
So basically, Percy cowers behind the statue, sees a bubbler,
and then he pretty much like goes like this.
And basically, water comes out, creates this giant tidal wave, and basically kind of pushes the Hydra back.
And was anybody else, when watching that scene, was like,
Use the Force, Percy. Hey! What are you doing here? It's not time for your cameo yet!
Get in the corner and think about what you've done. And once you're done in that corner, go sit in another corner and think about what you thought in that corner.
Oh.
So basically, the way they defeat it is they show Medusa's head to the Hydra, and the Hydra turns to stone.
So then they go to their last location, which is Las Vegas. And it's in a casino, yeah.
How hard will that be to find a pearl about the size of a penny?
Yeah,
a quarter.
Pretty hard seeing how the whole casino was an amusement park, pretty much. But then it gets even harder. You see, there are these waitresses who gave them flowers, and it turns out the flowers drugged them and it kind of made them in a trance, so they forgot all about it. But Percy finally snaps out of it and goes to look for the pearl, which he finds in a roulette machine.
Yes. You know, actually, I could kind of see that.
I mean, yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So basically, Percy tells Annabeth and Grover that they need to escape after finding out that they've been trapped for 5 days. And they escape, grab the pearl, and they look at the map and see where their last location is.
Which is Hollywood! And not just Hollywood, the Hollywood sign!
Well, yeah, so basically they get to the Hollywood sign. They see some graffiti in Greek, and Percy translates it and reads it, and then the wall crumbles away.
Yeah, they enter the wall, and you know, they enter it or the wall be all that just crumbled away because you know, whenever a wall crumbles away, the first thing you want to do is just go in there, and then what happens is they get themselves caved in. And then they pretty much have to go forward. They talk to this weird guy who looks like Darth Sidious from Star Wars if he was a boatman. And
basically, they pay him the drachmas.
Yeah, drachmas.
And he takes them to Hades' palace.
And Hades is the little Roman guy from Night at the Museum. I'm not kidding about this. So, Percy and his uncle, yes, uncle, talk about, because Hades is his uncle, talk about their little deal-ish, I think it was a deal, that Percy, he gives him the bolt, he gives him then Hades gives him his mother, but apparently Percy doesn't have the bolt, and Hades gets like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you just said that!
But when Percy gets knocked back, which he has the shield that Luke gave him, and when he gets knocked back, apparently Percy did have the bolt. As we see, the bolt is inside the shield. Hades grabs the bolt, kind of tries to banish Percy to the souls of the underworld for them to eat him. And then we see that Hades' wife shocks him with the bolt.
Literally.
Yeah. Then, basically, they take Persephone's pearls, or at least Percy, Annabeth, and Percy's mom.
Because, you know, one pearl can only transport one person. They had 3 pearls. There were 4 people. Guess what? That's how life works, people. Get used to it.
And Grover opted to stay behind. So basically, they step on the pearls and get transported to the top of the Empire State Building, where, in fact, we see that Luke is waiting for them.
And then Luke pretty much has this whole speech of how he wants to, like, take over Olympus or send it crumbling down and then remold the world in his image. And then Percy and Luke, you know, duke it out. Ha, ha, ha. It is awesome.
Yeah. And, oh yeah, and then Luke reveals that he was the lightning thief all along. So basically, after Percy uses more of his water force, basically, he kills Luke. I don't know. He
stabs him. Let's just say he stabs him in the neck, and all hope for the sequel is lost. Way to go.
Yeah.
So anyway, Percy gets the bolt back. He goes up to Olympus, and pretty much returns the bolt to Zeus. And he has a little heartfelt talk with his dad. I'm not gonna lie, this was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and because you know, the demigods aren't supposed to speak with their fathers or mothers.
Yeah, but Zeus made an exception.
Yeah. So
his mom sends him back to camp. It seems that Grover has been returned, and
and we find out that Grover has his horns started to grow.
Yeah.
So he's a full-fledged protector.
Now he doesn't need his crutches to kill people. He can just use his head.
Well, his horns are small.
So you can still do some major damage with those babies.
Yeah. So basically, after kind of a whole couple scenes of Percy kind of walking around, we see that Annabeth is out in the field fighting again. Percy decides to join and fights Annabeth, and that's where the movie ends.
Yeah. What's the verdict of this movie? I hate it!
You know, it was an okay movie, but they didn't follow much of the book. They followed some stuff, but a lot of it was either wasn't in a book or was in a a book that was later on.
Yeah, okay, like, for example, this isn't Percy Jackson, but let's just review it was. Like, here's pretty much how it got decided. Hey, you want to make a Percy Jackson movie?
Sure, let's go.
But we gotta read the book first. Lame! Let's still make the movie, but let's erase the plot and make another one. What do you say to that?
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, nobody's gonna notice.
Yeah.
That's really kind of irritating. Really.
So, yeah, so to end it on that note, if you like this video, Press the little like button below.
So-
It helps the channel.
Press the subscribe button above. That also helps the channel and us because it gives us medicine.
Yes. And if you like this video, add it to your favorites. And don't forget to comment below on some maybe movie ideas you want us to review or any other ideas. And I guess we'll see you sometime in the future.
Yeah, and remember the next review is our top 10 winter levels in gaming. Stay tuned for that.
She'll be out by Christmas, or at least at Christmas.
Yeah.
See you guys later.